Hey everyone, this is a quick walkthrough of the new US release schedule built in Airtable. It's a supplement to Asana and Dropbox, just kind of consolidating all of the info from all the different tools that we have in our stack into one place so it's easier and quicker to reference everything. We have a handful of links here. They're all built around a master schedule, so these are just filters of the view, kind of narrowing down information, making it easier to digest and easier to read. I'm going to be focusing on the US release schedule today, kind of showing you some tips and tools and how to use it, and then walking through what is available in there. These are read-only links available to internal staff. You have to have an @epitaph.com email address to access them. If you need a view or a link for anyone outside of the company, let me know. We can create one without restrictions on it. But just for security, these are all internal only. So if you share them with anyone, they won't be able to view them. So let's dive in. The US release schedule. So this is everything for 2020, sorted by date, grouped by week. I'm just going to start with some upcoming things and walk you through one line. It's all pretty straightforward. We have release date, name. Let me get over to the beginning. Release type. So this Culture Abuse is a pre-order launch and it's a digital single. Other release types are standalone singles. For Street Date, we have LP, CD, digital album. There's reissues outlined, kind of everything that we have. And they're all color coordinated. So Street Dates are all red. If it's digital only, it's a lighter red. Physical is a dark red. Standalone singles are blue. Instant Grats are gray. And then pre-order launches are all green. So as you're and that's also on the left side here too. So as you're navigating, hopefully that is helpful. We have a preview link, which is a jump share link. So those are not to be shared with anyone outside of the company unless they're a trusted partner. We'll be adding YouTube links as soon as we get them in. We have the single links, and then for Street Dates, we'll have the playlist link, a smart URL that can be used throughout the campaign, pitch notes, which is what we're pitching to digital service providers. So if you need talking points on the record, this is a good spot to look. The project artwork, whether it's the album art or single art, you can click on it, expand it, save image as right here if you want to save it to your computer, or you can copy the image address and email it directly. The same goes for the press photo, and you can have multiple press photos in here. So we have a few here for Eves. And same goes with bio. This will be updated anytime we get a new bio. We're adding the press kit, which includes press releases and photo, bio, album art, etc. If you need one link to share all of this information with someone. Same with social assets. We have a folder for each release. US configuration. So this is for our physical product. UPCs, and it will also be outlining what colors we have available in the US. Key territories, this is based on the top 5 territories from Fuga, and that will be updated prior to each campaign or marketing meeting, if you will. If we don't have rights somewhere, it's highlighted here, otherwise it's worldwide. If there's any additional notes on the release specifically or at the artist level, that will be found here. For some artists, we have a highlight sheet created, so you can check those out for quotes, streaming numbers, etc. And then we have genre. So looking at this, it's all, like I said, it's based on a weekly basis, and this is everything. A few other things that you can do here is if you want it grouped by month, you can change the grouping. So you just pick a field. Let's say I want to group it by month. Change the width here, it'll show you the month. I'm going to go back to grouping it by week. And also, if you just refresh, it will take you back to the original view. So if you change a bunch of stuff and want to get back to how it's set up, just refresh. That any changes that you make here won't affect what other people are doing. but it also doesn't save your filters. So that's why we have some of these other links set up that I will walk you through in a moment. Add a filter in here. Say you want to filter out the label to contains anti. So this would be only anti-releases. You can do the same for epitaph. Close that out. Maybe you want to filter release types, so you only want to know only physical releases coming up. So has any of, since we have multiple types, and any of these are the physical, so I will add those in. Oops, that is not a physical one. So that's that. Pretty straightforward. You can play around and get to a view that you want if you need to kind of customize it more for your workflow. I think that's it. You can also hide fields if there's too much here, so you don't need all this stuff in your day-to-day. You can hide a bunch of stuff that you don't need. And then, again, like I said, if you refresh it, it all comes back. Since those views aren't saved personally for you, I already went ahead and made a few convenient ones. So this is the Epitaph release schedule. It's only upcoming stuff and anything released in the past 7 days. So it has recent releases and then anything that's coming up for Epitaph only. And it's kind of more streamlined, less fields, so less clutter. You can kind of view everything that's here. And then we have the same for anti. And then the other one that could be useful is the artist release schedule. So these are all filtered by artists. This is Epitaph and Anti, but it's a quicker way to view everything from a single upcoming artist. So say you want to see what Culture Abuse has coming up. You can do Control F to search in here, and it will highlight anything with what you search. Or if you don't do Control F, there's a little search icon there. So this is everything Culture Abuse has coming by street date, all grouped together. So you can see pre-order all the way to the digital release, and then the pre-order for the upcoming studio album. And then as we get info, it'll be added in here. We don't have it all quite yet, but it will be there soon, as soon as it's available. So that is basically the artist release schedule. The next part is our artist database. So in here, there's a bunch of information pertaining to an artist, which is where some of the release schedule info comes from. We'll be adding more to this as they come in, but it is a basic summary of genres, press photo, bio. If you need one sheets for Europe, US or Europe, we'll be adding quote sheets in here. Highlights, I kind of touched on that a moment ago. There's these links to highlights, which we have. So here's one for Falling in Reverse, which has a bunch of stuff. We won't be doing this for every artist, but we can just also add in text for some stuff. Like here's a few highlights for Ben Harper. A tour dates link, if you want a quick link to it. Key territories, rights, and then also all of their like social handles and stuff. But an easier view for that is this. So this is the artist profiles link, which is in the wiki. And if you need quick access to all the band's socials, website, store, etc., without having to search for them on each platform, here you go. And I think that is it.